We're all flipping out. We're all flipping out. And we're all flipping out. We're flipping out. It's flipping crazy. What's up, guys? I got a brand new video for you today. We got the ZV-1 here. I'm sorry that your timeline, your feeds are full of reviews of this camera, but I think that a lot of us YouTubers, content creators are excited about this camera because Sony has packed every wish and demand that we've ever wanted in a vlog camera, and it's all jammed into this little camera. It is kind of an upgrade from the RX100 Mark V, but Sony has made it very obvious to us that this is a brand new line, and the RX100 line is still going to continue on, but you're going to hear me compare it a lot to the RX100 Mark V because it has a lot of the same great features. So this camera has the same 20 megapixel 1-inch sensor that's in the RX100 Mark VII, but this thing has the awesome lens that's in the RX100 Mark V. So it's the 24-70 f1.8 to f2.8 with a built-in ND filter. The body is a little bit lighter. It's made out of plastic, but it has a bigger grip. And they threw a huge record button on top. But there are 5 main factors that make this the ultimate vlog camera. So let's check it out.
The most standout feature of the ZV-1 has got to be the articulating touchscreen, which might not be impressive to some people, but there are 2 reasons that it improves this camera. The first is that it actually protects the screen when you flip it around, so it's awesome for throwing in your bag or jacket without worrying about scratching the screen. The second is that it flips out to the side because that way it actually clears the mic and allows you to have other angles as well.
So one of the dope things is the built-in 3.5mm mic jack. So you can put a little shotgun mic on it like this Rode Micro, which is a mic that I'd probably suggest for this setup because it's nice and small and doesn't take up a lot of room, keeps the camera nice and compact. Also, I'd recommend the Rode Wireless Go because you could throw a little wireless mic on this and it doesn't take up a lot of room. It's a good little setup. So it's 5:30 a.m. If you know me, then you know getting up this early is not something I like doing very often. Yesterday I drove by this place in the middle of the afternoon because they finally started opening parks and stuff, and it was stupid, like way too many people here. So yeah, 5:30 a.m. I'm using the built-in mic this time. How does it sound? I'm gonna flip it. How does it sound? Does it still sound good this way too? The geese. Yeah, let's shoot some B-roll. So the other dope thing they added is the hot shoe on this camera, because now you can actually hook a mic right into it and not have to kind of rig up some stupid bracket or use a cage like you have to on the RX100 Mark VII. And it's also the multi-interface hot shoe, so you can use Sony's digital mic that just plugs right into it, and then you don't need any cables. You can just run the audio straight through that. So obviously you can tell Sony's put a lot of consideration into listening to what vloggers actually want in a small compact camera. So the ZV-1 has a couple different options for image stabilization. Right now it's optical image stabilization with digital, and they're calling it active stabilization. And this is kind of what it looks like going downstairs. I think it looks pretty good, but you sacrifice a bit of a crop. It's also super useful for photos and when you're zoomed into 70mm, because every time you zoom in, the shakes get a little bit more obvious. So I'll show you what that looks like too.
So this is probably not a surprise, but obviously this camera has amazing phase detection autofocus. It's basically the same system that's in the A9 and the A6400, so it has insane reliable real-time face and IAF tracking for humans and animals. It also has real-time tracking and tracking for subjects in video and photo, like I covered in my A6400 review.
So this is the new product showcase mode, which is good for like beauty bloggers. So normally you'd have to lock your face and do that, but now it's actually on my face and I can just hold the product up and it should focus on the product, whatever's in front of me. And when I put it down, it should go back to my face. So today we're talking about the iPhone 11, which I made a review on already. But if I was doing it with this camera, this is how it would work. So those are the top 5 main things that make this the ultimate vlog camera. Obviously, I didn't touch on a few things like the built-in ND filter, which is super awesome because it allows you to keep your aperture wide open while, you know, bringing your shutter speed down. So right now we're at Sony 1.8 and it looks pretty nice. It looks nice and smooth. Obviously, this camera can also do photos, which I didn't really talk much about. But, you know, this camera can do up to 20 frames per second continuous shooting, and it's 20 megapixel, and, you know, you get really good images with it. Would I recommend this for photos? Probably not. I'd recommend something more like an A6100 in this price bracket.
So it's nice to see that Sony has included S-Log as well as HLG profiles to this camera. I shot most of this video in HLG too, and I think it looks awesome. It does have an unlimited record limit, which is nice to see instead of 30 minutes like most cameras, but that's dependent on your battery. Also, you need to put the camera into extended temp mode. It also has crazy slow motion in bursts up to 960 frames per second, but it kind of looks like potato quality, so I wouldn't really go over 240 frames per second.
So it's a good little camera. Sony crafted like the ultimate vlog camera here. They listened to user feedback. There's obviously a few things I don't really like about this camera, like the screen is super dim right now and I'm in 4K video. It also dims out when you're 120 frames per second, but in any other mode it's nice and bright. It even has a sunny weather mode. If you're trying to manually focus this thing, it's not that easy because there's no focus ring around the lens. You have to use like a weird setup by hitting manual focus on the back and then using the scroll wheel to actually dial in your focus, which isn't super useful, but I mean, I guess at least you can manually focus it.
The other thing worth talking about is the Vlogger accessory kit. It's a dope Bluetooth handle tripod controller that also comes with a 64 gig SD card. The ZV-1 is going to come in at around $749 US for the first month, and it'll be $799 after that. And if you get the Vlogger controller kit right now with the ZV-1, you can actually get that for 99 bucks. I also used it as an overhead camera in my last video that I posted. It's got improved color science, amazing 4K video, HDMI out as well as USB in for charging and powering. I've also used it for streaming. It's actually awesome for streaming. I ran it for over 5 hours and never overheated, so I'd highly recommend it for that as well. But you do need an HDMI capture card, although Sony wanted to let me know that they're working on software right now where you'll be able to use it as a webcam through USB.
So I'm, no joke, probably going to pick one of these cameras up because it's everything I loved about my RX100 Mark V, except it's broken. So this kind of needs to replace it. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you dislike this video, give it a thumbs down twice. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. See you guys in the next one. Hello? We're flipping out. It's flipping crazy. I hate saying flipping out. The ZV-1, ZV-1 from Sony. Sony 1.8. From the RX100. It's here, the RX100. Why do I keep saying RX100? It's a ZV-1. I'm trying to do things that I wasn't planning on saying, so this is why I'm messing up.